Hello, so if you're visiting Pensacola, Florida anytime soon, here are some super cool places to check out. So, there are some pretty good activities to do in Pensacola, Florida. For example, my favorite one, which is visit the Pensacola beach. So, the beaches there are pretty amazing. They are white sand beaches that stretch for miles, and you can swim, sunbathe, play sports, eat, rent jet skis or paddle boards, or even just simply relax in the sand. So I love the Pensacola Beach. Personally, I enjoy playing volleyball and other sports or just walking the beach. And some other things you can do in Pensacola area is you can explore the downtown Pensacola area. You'll see some pretty amazing, beautiful old historic buildings. And for example, there's the T.T. Wentworth Jr. Florida State Museum and the Pensacola Historical Museum, and also the Pensacola Museum of Art. And so Pensacola has a very vibrant nightlife scene, variety of bars and clubs and live music and other venues. And so the downtown area is just a great place to just hang out. You can go to the Seville Quarter or, the historic district with the different restaurants and bars in that area for food or other snacks or drinks. There's salsa dancing downtown. Overall, it's a beautiful city to just walk at night, and it is pretty safe as well. And I just really enjoy the plants and the trees and the little parks, along with the beautiful buildings and historic downtown area. So, in addition to that, you can also visit the National Naval Aviation Museum. And so, this is pretty free, among the largest of its kind in the world, and it features over 150 aircrafts, such as historic warplanes and modern jets. In addition to that, there's always pretty frequent, regular Blue Angels shows in the Pensacola area due to the great military Air Force base nearby. So you can also go on dolphin watching tours, take a sunset cruise or fishing charters. And then for a little bit extra activities, you could also go to the Fort Pickens, which is a mid-19th century Civil War era spot for hiking and bird watching and picnicking. And for those tourists, we can always check out the Pensacola Lighthouse and Museum, which was constructed in 1859. It overlooks the Pensacola Bay and is pretty nice. You can go to the Gulf Islands National Seashore with a lot of different pristine beaches and hiking trails. You can see some wildlife and camping and do some fishing or kayaking. And when you are in Pensacola, you could also try out Segway tours for the historic areas or the waterfront area you could explore on Segways. So that's pretty enjoyable. So if you do want to see the Blue Angels, you can see their flight demonstrations that occur on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and that is pretty free of charge. For some restaurants, I'll mention my favorites first. And so I really enjoy McGuire's Irish Pub. It has the iconic Irish pub atmosphere with large portions of food, absolutely delicious burgers, gigantic soft pretzels, and the famous Senate bean soup, which is, I believe, 18 cents when you just add it on to your meal. It is pretty good, and overall, the atmosphere is very cozy. They have their own self brewed beers and the fun live Irish music. Artists are amazing. The overall vibe of the live music is great, and I really enjoy it. And it's pretty unique as well. They add a little bit of comedy and spice into the show. And so you do get a little bit of Irish drinking songs, and sometimes you'll even have to kiss the moose. So watch out for that. um, so, in addition to the McGuire's Irish Pub, I also enjoy going to the Ore House, which is a great tiki bar and restaurant. And it has very delicious food and drinks and a beautiful scenic view of the marina. There's a really nice beach volleyball court, and pretty unique business meetup events that occur here. So overall, the locals really enjoy this location for just a food or snack or volleyball. And it's right along the marina, so you have a great scenic view as well. So definitely check out the Ore House. It's pretty amazing over there. And then another good favorite is the Flounders Seafood Restaurant. It has pretty good, delicious food and drinks. The beautiful scenic view is of the Pensacola beach, and they have volleyball courts, fire pits, lounging areas, live music, and their delicious diesel fuel alcoholic beverages that are enjoyed by the locals. You can do a lot of swimming here and sunbathing and scuba diving along the pier or other fun activities. It's all walkable distance to the boardwalk as well, so definitely enjoy going to the boardwalk if you end up in Flounders Seafood Restaurant. Overall, the area for Flounders is pretty nice, so it's one of my favorites. If you want to have some very authentic food truck food that's Latin and amazing, go to El Salvador, and this grill has just amazing seasonings, great complimentary add ons that you can try. They're pretty delicious. And you have a pretty unique flavored horchata, but overall, the food options are just absolutely amazing. And for the price, it's just insanely good. So, just ask for a little bit of cinnamon if you get your horchata. Um, but with regards to the meals, they're just amazing. You literally cannot go wrong. There's burritos and quesadillas and tacos, and they're just all really good, straight from the grill. It's just amazing. So definitely go to El Salvador. It's pretty good. And then another one of my favorites is the Taste of Jerusalem. My words. It's my favorite Middle Eastern restaurant in all of Pensacola. And so here you can get pretty amazing complimentary appetizer dishes and homemade bread. And there's a little grocery market where you can get some souvenirs and a nice TV with a little bit of entertainment, which is kind of like a Middle Eastern Mediterranean vibe right there. So you might get some music in the background, but the food in the restaurant is just amazing. The overall quality of the food is pretty good, and the appetizers as you wait for your meal to come are just so good. And so I really enjoy coming here for date nights and for meals. They're just so good. And so my favorites are usually the kebab and the chicken kebabs that come with rice and tomato and an onion. You can also get different kinds of gyros and everything, but for me, I really enjoy getting the appetizer sides. There's a lot of different Mediterranean options for sides, and then there's also, as I said, the kebab and chicken kebab and rice. That's one of my favorite go-tos for that restaurant. So I really love Taste of Jerusalem. They have a really good restaurant, really amazing menu that is jam-packed with food items. So they have a little bit of everything for anyone. They even have American options if you just want like a burger. But the beef kebab and the chicken skewers, I definitely recommend trying. And then you could also dip them in the complimentary dishes that they give you in the beginning, which usually are like a garlic sauce, like a garlic yogurt sauce, a normal cucumber yogurt sauce, a spicier sauce, and then three other sauces. So it's pretty good. And then the next restaurant, you have the Fish House. It's a local favorite along the waterfront for seafood, and it has fresh Gulf Coast seafood and a casual atmosphere. So don't miss their famous grits. Yeah, yeah. And then other than that, we've got Jackson Steakhouse, which is a fine dining restaurant with steak, seafood, and other dishes. You can enjoy downstairs or go up to the rooftop where there's a lounge and live music and great views of the historic city. I mostly enjoy the live music and the piano playing and the historic view from the rooftop. It's pretty nice. And then number five, we've got the Global Grill. It's a tapas style restaurant with a rooftop bar and delicious food from around the world. You could also try the cocktails they have there, and they have a pretty extensive wine list. And then you can also go to the wine bar on Palafox that has an impressive selection of wines, cheese plates, charcuterie boards, and other small snacks. This social atmosphere there is pretty amazing. You can just hang out and try a glass of wine. It is definitely a favorite spot for the locals, and you could have some live music there as well on the weekends especially. And you can see me, dancing a little bit to their music when they play some faster songs. So I do enjoy some of the songs that they're playing, and it has an overall fun vibe and some pretty good wines that you could just check out. So that's the wine bar. So number seven, we have Carmen's Lunch Bar. It's a cozy cafe with wine, beer, and other dishes that have a Latin twist, such as, empanadas, huevos, rancheros, and other dishes. So you could even go to number eight, Nick's Boathouse. It's a waterfront restaurant with seafood and sandwiches and salad and live music on the weekends. And, you could always try their famous fried shrimp. For number nine, you've got the Union Public House. It's a gastropub with a large outdoor patio and craft cocktails and burgers and fried chicken and mac and cheese. There are other pretty good options as well, but I'm going to skip to one of my favorites. It's actually a chain called Pyology, and it's basically most definitely underappreciated. Pyology is amazing. It's kind of like Subway. You basically show up and you choose your crust and you pile on all these different toppings, and then they put it in the brick oven. And then even though it may look weird when you are looking at it like before it gets cooked, for some reason, that brick oven just creates a miracle because when it comes out, it is so good. So it's basically, just pile on whatever you want, just like Subway sandwiches. And then when they put it in the brick oven and it comes out, it's just absolutely amazing. So it's a great, healthy pizza with whatever you want on it. And it's at a pretty good price, too. And they give a military discount, which is nice. So your pizza is basically customizable. And you could also get other snacks, but I always get the pizza. And it's so good. And I just wish Pyology was all over the place. And I also wish that Pyology not only was everywhere, but continued to pop up more. Because, for example, California, I had one of my favorite Pyology shops closed down. And so I didn't get to have it anymore, and it was very sad. So I really love Philology. We should definitely all go there and definitely support because it's a really great place. And for lodging, if you're ever wondering on where to stay, there's a lot of different options in Pensacola. But my favorite local place to stay, you can check out on Mikasa Homes. They have multi-bedroom, clean, safe, modern places to stay in downtown area of Pensacola. And there are a more private vibe with great backyard spaces and nice little lighting in the backyard. It's pretty relaxed and it's just very convenient to get from Mikasa Rentals to the downtown area or the beach. And I most definitely love checking out the Taste of Jerusalem restaurant because it's so close. If you're looking for a deal, you can definitely tell them that I referred you. And you can check out Mikasa Rentals, Mikasa Homes. They're also on Airbnb, and they've got multiple apartment units for you to stay short term or long term, whatever you need. And it's just a very nice, well put together, safe place that I enjoy staying. It's pretty conveniently located, and overall, the apartments are amazing. And so, other than that, you can also follow me on Google Maps. I do have a profile that I've created, and you can kind of see how I've always geeked out on exploring different cities, and then I'll mark my favorites with hearts or stars or flags and labels, and I do that for every city. So that's where we're starting with the travel guides. This is my first travel guide, but many more to come. So you can always check me out via my Google Maps profile that's under sailormoon69996@gmail.com. And I do tons of research for all of my travel locations. And, I've traveled from Alaska to Antarctica to Saipan, which is in the middle of the Pacific, Australia, Europe, Austria, Germany, and England and Ireland. And so I've kind of traveled a few places, and I'll definitely be posting a few more travel guides in the upcoming future. So thank you and enjoy.